Hey guys, it's me again, Captain Corey, here to teach you some sixth grade science. Last time we were together, we talked about the atmosphere. We watched a video on a balloon and jar experiment and 10 easy science experiments. Then we did some exploring by standing in front of a fan to see if air moves. And we also put a balloon in a bottle to see if air takes up space. And the answer to both is yes, air moves and it takes up space. Today is explained. So we are going to dive deeper into the subject of the atmosphere. I am going to go through the notes with you. If you would like to go through the notes on your own, you can skip ahead to this part right here, and then I will explain the experiment. All right, Earth's atmosphere. Earth is covered by a blanket of air called the atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere begins at the Earth's surface, so when you stand on the ground, and extends over 600 miles into space. Air is a mixture of gaseous elements and compounds. That just means it's in a gas form, in the form of gas. These include nitrogen, oxygen, water, so water vapor, argon, and carbon dioxide. And surprisingly, the element nitrogen makes up the largest portion of Earth's air. So if you look at this pie chart over here, it shows you 78% of our atmosphere is made out of nitrogen. Now, I've seen a lot of time on a test where it'll be like, it'll ask the question, what element makes up the largest portion of Earth's air? And they'll put like oxygen and carbon dioxide. I just want you to see oxygen only makes up 20.9%, and carbon dioxide has this very small sliver of 0.03%. So nitrogen, 78%, pretty big percentage. All right, so question that need answers. What gas is most abundant in our atmosphere? Definitely nitrogen. So when we're looking at that pie chart, remember, over 70% of the air in our atmosphere is nitrogen. All right, properties of air. The air surrounding the Earth is held in place by gravity. Gravity pulls the air towards the Earth's surface, giving the air its weight. Air pressure is the weight of a column pushing air down into a portion of Earth's surface. So gravity not just holds us down, it also holds the air down. So if there was no gravity, not only would we like not be able to like stay on the ground, we also would not be able to breathe. All right, as you move up into the atmosphere, the air pressure decreases because higher altitudes, there is less air pushing down from above. So the higher you go, the less air pressure that there is. All right, so now we're gonna watch this quick video. All right, so now we're on the troposphere, right? So the troposphere is the layer closest to the Earth's surface, and it holds most of the atmosphere's mass. We saw in the video, it holds 75% of the atmosphere's mass. It is the region where clouds form and where all weather happens. So like the video was saying, the planes fly above the troposphere because it doesn't have to deal with any weather disturbances. And then we are in the stratosphere. So the stratosphere contains the ozone layer, which absorbs ultraviolet rays from the sun. This heats up the stratosphere and helps protect us from radiation. So which layer of the atmosphere does weather occur in? And what does the stratosphere do? The troposphere, all weather occurs in the troposphere. And the stratosphere contains the ozone layer, which protects us from UV rays. You still should wear sunscreen to protect your skin, but the stratosphere is like the sunscreen of the Earth. All right, now we're at the mesosphere. So the mesosphere is the coldest layer of the atmosphere. It is, um, its outer reaches mesopause, where the temperature range is like negative 90 degrees Celsius. So the coldest layer of the atmosphere is the mesosphere. Most meteors burn up in this layer, creating shooting stars. So whenever you see a shooting star, then really it's just meteors burning up in the mesosphere. Still really cool. All right, now we have the thermosphere. So the thermosphere, if you think of thermal, you think of heat, right? It's the hottest layer because the energy from the sun hits here first. It also, and the lower part of it, contains a layer of charged atoms and molecules known as the ionosphere. True or false? The mesosphere is the hottest layer of the atmosphere. So don't want you to get confused. Just because meteors burn here doesn't mean that it's the hottest layer. So that's definitely false. The thermosphere is the hottest layer. All right. So don't let that confuse you. Now we have the exosphere. The exosphere is the outermost layer. It is extremely thin and doesn't have a specific outer limit. Atoms and molecules escape into space from this region. So I want you to think of like the exosphere. We are now exiting Earth. We are getting there. This is the last layer of the atmosphere. It's very thin and it's really hard to distinguish where it even stops at. So like when you're in the exosphere, you're exiting Earth. All right. So what are the layers of the atmosphere? Troposphere, that's where weather happens. Stratosphere, that's where the ozone layer is. Mesosphere is where meteors burn up. Thermosphere is the hottest. And exosphere is when we're exiting Earth. A way to remember this is the smart man takes the elevator. Okay, so those were our notes today, and you should have been filling out in your science journal right in this place. So once you're finished, if you want to, if you forgot to do this or you weren't aware, you can just go back and fill it in at any time that you would like to. After you do that, we have atmosphere practice. So the first part, and I'm going to zoom in so that you guys can see it better. All right, so the first part says identify which layer of the Earth's atmosphere you will most likely find each. So where would you find meteors burning up? Where would you find weather? And where would you find airplanes? All right, then it asks you a couple of questions like what gases make up our atmosphere, which gas is most plentiful in our atmosphere, different things like that, just to kind of review and a little check for understanding. All right, this week we have a balloon in a bottle at home science experiment. So I know we kind of did something with a balloon in a bottle for our explore. This is our extend. So we're going to like really like build upon that and make it into a science experiment. So what you will need is a liter plastic bottle, another liter plastic bottle with like an inch diameter hole that's covered up by duct tape, 2 balloons, and a cup of water. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna push the balloon down inside the plastic bottle and stretch the opening over the bottle's top, just like we did on our day one, and attempt to blow up the balloon inside the bottle. And then tell what happens. And there's a space for you to do that. Now you're gonna place a new balloon in the second plastic bottle. That's the one with the hole in it. That's plugged with the stopper / duct tape, and you are going to stretch the balloon opening over the lip of the bottle like before. And then you're going to unplug the stopper or like take the tape off. And you're going to attempt to blow in the balloon again. And then you're going to say what happens. All right. Then you're going to fill the inflated balloon with water while it's inside the bottle. Right? Step outside or place the bottle over something that can catch a liquid. Now unplug the stopper and watch the waterworks or your tape. Here are your post-lab questions. right here. So what happens to the balloon inside the bottle when you try to inflate it with the hole plugged and unplugged, and what makes the difference? After the balloon is inflated and the hole in the bottle is plugged, what prevents the air from escaping inside the balloon? And when water is placed in the inflated balloon inside the bottle, what causes it to gush out when the bottle is unplugged? So all of these, this is your um, day, I believe day 3 activities. And this is what we went over today. And remember, if you need to know how to get to your science journal, just watch Atmosphere Part 1 video, and it will go through and I show you step by step on how to get this notebook and how to get it to a point where you can edit it. All right, also this week we have quizzes. There's a quizzes. The link is in the when you log into the RPS at home and then you go to science, there should be a link for the quizzes. It's a practice, so you can do it as many times as you want. And then there also is the Legends of Learning for this week. And there's a playlist, and the access code is RPS_science. And I'm gonna put it right on the screen so that you can see what it is. All right, guys. So until next time, it's been Science with Captain Corey.